Hi girls, I'm Colleen Waguespack. I added my maiden name in because I'm proud to say that my Aunt Melanie is Sister Melanie Gust, your current headmistress. I went to Sacred Heart for all 14 years and graduated in 1992, as did my sisters, my aunts, my mom from the Sacred Heart School in Washington, D.C., and my great-grandmother from the original school in the French Quarter. I want to start off by saying that Sacred Heart has been an integral part of my entire life and very much a part of the fabric of who I am today. Though today's focus is on our careers, the most valuable gift of a Sacred Heart education is that it teaches you how to balance family, faith, philanthropy, and a career, which is a skill set that if it's set in your formative years, will carry you for the rest of your life. I was definitely one of the more creative and artistic girls in my graduating class, and I knew that I wanted a career that used all of those skill sets. I went to college at LSU where I majored in interior design. I had some great professors and I really enjoyed the program. It allowed me to develop my creative skills, but also to gain the technical background I needed and a chance to learn all of the computer programs that I still use today. Sister Melanie recently gave me a tour of your design lab with 3D printers and laser cutter, and I have to say I was a little bit jealous. I did a number of summer internships in other cities and transferred for a semester to a design school in London. I then moved to Washington, D.C., spent the next 10 years working for large commercial architecture firms designing corporate interiors. The cool thing about living and working in Washington is that we were designing headquarters for companies that ranged from ExxonMobil to the World Wildlife Fund, the World Bank, the Recording Industry Associations, just a wide variety of offices, but for me, the most fascinating part was working with the CEO, the CFO, and the head of human resources, and learning about how all of those companies were run and what their mission statement was, then designing an office environment that truly reflected the culture and vision of that company. In my last job in Washington, D.C., we jumped into some product design. That firm was one of the first architecture firms to lead the sustainability movement and to create eco-friendly office environments. So we then started working with manufacturers to design carpets and textiles that were eco-friendly but also great looking. Washington, D.C. was a 10-year period in my life. In that time, besides really enjoying my career and all of the travels that were associated with my job and living in that part of the country, I married my college boyfriend, Stephen, and we had 3 sons. I always said that the day I had a daughter, we had to move to New Orleans so she could go to Sacred Heart, but I guess God had other plans for me. So in 2007, we moved back to Baton Rouge and I joined a New Orleans interior design firm and became the Baton Rouge associate for that firm. Different from previous years of my career, I was now designing residential projects. And I did find year after year that after we completed a home, that people always asked us to help with their Christmas decorations, saying their current decorations were dated and would not look good in their new home. After a few years of searching for the types of products my clients would really love and finding a void in the market, I decided to start my own product line. I put together a one-page concept and some fabric samples and emailed Jackie Terrebonne, a girl who had graduated a couple of years behind me, who basically hadn't heard from me since 1992, asking her if she was going to be in New Orleans for the Christmas holidays and could I run an idea by her. At the time, Jackie was working for Architectural Digest, which is one of the most prestigious home decor magazines based out of New York, and she graciously met me for coffee and looked at my ideas and said, go for it. So we are now in our 4th year of Fig and Dove. It's a curated line of Christmas decorations and other home decor items. Some of our items I design myself and find manufacturers to make, and some of it we collaborate with other artisans to create. We sell to stores all over the United States and spend the first half of the year working on selling wholesale to those stores and designing new collections for the following season, as well as designing exclusive collections for stores like Nordstrom and Neiman Marcus. This is actually the first year that Neiman Marcus is trying us out in their Beverly Hills store, so we're excited to see how that goes. We're always working on product photography, our social media and press outreach, and sourcing new products. So the hardest thing really for us is focus, because there's just always so much to do. There is no formula for starting your own business, nor a manual you can go by. Every day we just roll up our sleeves and get to work. I left Sacred Heart empowered, knowing that I could accomplish anything I set my mind to. Every day I'm faced with tasks I've never done, but I do have the self-confidence that I can start Googling, pick up the phone and make a couple of calls, and then the end of the day, I know I can figure it out. It takes a large support network to be able to do that, and the Sacred Heart Network has given me a very large reach. I wish I had the time to list for you how many people in the extended Sacred Heart Network have taken my calls, offered advice, given me leads, come with me to sales show, and bought our products. A lot of my friends growing up have daughters in this room, and I really do wish I could go through who all of them are and how neat it is for me to know that my friends' daughters and now 2 of my nieces are going to get the same experience that I did. I'm gonna wrap this up by saying you don't have to be good at everything in life. And though you have to get by in every subject at this stage, pay attention to what really motivates you and hone in on those skills. It will lead to a productive and happier life. Any path you pick is going to have ups and downs, and in the end of the day, it's going to take a lot of grit and hard work. But no matter if you graduate first in your class or not, you've got the skill sets to achieve anything you want in life. Great talking to you, girls.